And I think you have to kind of view crypto like this. One thing from being being in crypto for about 4 years now, I've realized crypto is a religion, and you can't just go and try to force your religion on somebody, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever, atheist. You can't just force your philosophy on somebody. You have to just kind of be cool, nonchalant, and let them see the light themselves. Let them discover it themselves. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. That's one thing I've learned. I mean, I have my own ways, my own viewpoint in the world. Yes, I share it, but I don't try to force it on people. And I think with crypto, especially Bitcoin maximalists, I mean, they try to force their philosophy on everybody. Like their own way is right. And I think that's what makes crypto very tough for people to adopt, especially newbies. When they join the space, they see how militant people are, how tribalistic people are. Like, people think their altcoin is the one and only altcoin going to the moon, whether Bitcoin, Ethereum, or some other shitcoin. They think that this is the only altcoin that's going to take people to the moon and beyond. And if anybody does not believe in this altcoin, then they're a pagan. You know, they're the devil. I mean, so I think it's really a bad way to act in crypto. I mean, because nobody's going to get involved if anything they do or say, it ends up being heresy, right? Ends up being construed as a pagan, all right? So I think that's something that crypto will have to change. But honestly, I don't think it can even change. That's why crypto is still on the fringes, still on the edges, because people view it as a cult in a way, right? There's so many mini cults. It's a cult with lots of mini cults, right? It's kind of like a religion with lots of sects, right? You have the Bitcoin maximalists, you have the altcoiners, people who just dabble in shitcoins. You have the people who believe in just this pure altcoin, and they think the altcoin is the only one, and all the other groups hate each other and they're fighting. It's kind of like we have this crypto crusade where each group is trying to kill the other group. And quite frankly, can we all just get along? I mean, kumbaya. And I know it's probably tough to ask people in the crypto community to do, but I mean, I don't like it, quite frankly. I mean, just go on crypto Twitter. Crypto Twitter is the perfect example. So many people all in this with the same vision, but just because they have little differences will hate on each other. And that's why I think the best analogy is to say that crypto is like a religion, because religions are the same exact thing. But also, in general, I do realize this is a human concept, and humans do always act like this, regardless of where you put them, right? Humans always fight based on religion, based on race, ethnicity. I mean, even people who look exactly the same will find a small minor difference to fight against each other, right? For example, with the Rwandan genocide, people who are all Rwandan, Black, African, and because the other side had different beliefs, or because they were initially favored by Belgium, they ended up, once being freed, fighting and causing a genocide. I mean, that's why you have lots of tribes who look exactly alike, who are basically from the same genes, brothers and sisters, end up fighting and killing each other just for a small difference in opinion. Now, so I mean, yes, it is a human concept, but it's very frustrating for that same human concept to now be in crypto, and people are fighting over different coins. I mean, because while that tribalism is a human concept, you don't really see it in equities, to my knowledge, right? Because people don't really fall in love with a stock and say, oh my God, you know, Apple is the only stock. Anybody who does not invest in Apple is the devil and they're going to hell, they're a pagan. You know, anybody who buys Amazon is the devil. You don't really see that in stocks, but in crypto, you see that. And I think people are too invested in crypto, meaning that they get emotionally invested in a particular philosophy and they believe that they're right. Their way is the only way. It's the single way. Anybody who does not believe in this is the enemy. And that's very toxic behavior to have. And anybody who's new to crypto, who has not been indoctrinated in this cult, when they come in and they see that behavior, they're like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this. I mean, and I think one other example, this is not tied to crypto, but it's also toxic behavior in a way, is kind of like on the internet, like on those 4chan channels and those forums, if you hear about like incels and like men going their own way, whatever. I mean, some of those people end up going out there and just killing people and shooting people, right? I mean, obviously, I'm not saying everybody who believes in that is going to do that, but I'm saying, I mean, yes, I mean, society, I mean, same thing also with social justice warriors, right? It's kind of like each end of the spectrum, right? You have the social justice warriors who are like militant with their beliefs. Then you have like the men going their own way who are also militant with their beliefs. And I'm like, it's not that militant. Like, it's not that serious, because each side, regardless whether you're conservative or liberal, is toxic. That's why I know I'm kind of rambling, but that's why I always like being in the middle of a point. And you always have to be willing to listen to the opposing side, the opposing viewpoint, but never really call yourself a particular label, right? For example, when it comes to politics, I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I'm an independent. I'm a free thinker. That's the way I like to view it. But I guess some people could say I'm libertarian in principle, because most people in crypto are libertarian because of Austrian economics and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, because I feel like once you say, you know what, I stick to this side no matter what, you're no longer a rational human being. You're just biased. And it's hard to act in reality, and it's hard to act in objective reality when you're biased. And yes, all humans are biased, but it's worse when you own the bias and you don't really even try to be objective, right? When you say, I'm just going to vote Democrat no matter what, when you say, I'm just going to vote Republican no matter what, right? That's why, I mean, I just recently officially registered as an independent here in Maryland. Okay, so I don't really like taking sides on either topic. But when it comes to crypto, even with crypto, yes, we're pro crypto, but my friends who are no coiners, I don't make fun of them. So that's one of the issues I have with the crypto community and how they're bashing Peter Schiff, right? Yes, he has an opposing viewpoint. Yes, he thinks Bitcoin is garbage and it's going to zero. But just because somebody has opposing viewpoints to you does not mean you can't learn from them, right? So, because I have this year, I checked out Peter Schiff's books, and they're pretty good. They're pretty educative. I mean, I learned a lot from his book. The one book on the economy, it's kind of like a story about people on the island. That was a very good book. I mean, so yes, he's pro gold, anti Bitcoin. But hey, you know what? I'm pro Bitcoin, but I'm also pro gold. Right? Just because somebody has an opposing viewpoint doesn't mean I cannot learn from them. So I think it's something the entire community can just kind of learn from. But maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe it won't change. Maybe that's just the human condition, and people will just find a way to act like that. But looking at stocks and equities and other markets, the tribalism is not quite there. I think because crypto brings in so many other parts, right? People have not just making money, but you have the economy, you have philosophies when it comes to economics, to people, to banking the unbanked, and technology. Like all these different groups, all these different fringe groups come together and become a culture. Actually, that's probably the best way to explain it, because a culture is a culmination of different philosophies kind of coming together and forming one philosophy. You could say Bitcoin and crypto became a culture because of that, because it's not just like making money. So in stocks, you have just making money, but you're taking economics, making money, politics, technology, all together with the same vision. And that's how you kind of get the Bitcoin philosophy and crypto philosophy. But it is, I think, very toxic to newbies, because how do you expect Peter Schiff to switch his viewpoint if we're always bashing him and making fun of him? Yes, he's making fun of us crypto people, but I mean, we can try to change his mind with positivity, right? With kumbaya. I mean, am I speaking too much? But because I feel like a wise man once told me, you can catch a lot more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. And right now, the crypto community has way too much vinegar. And you aren't going to get any honeys with vinegar. If you want to get honeys, you got to bring the honey. And I'll stop there. Let me know what you think in the comments below.